Hi, and welcome back. This is White Armor Consulting, and today I'm going to show you a great security tool that will help automate securing your browsers, the plugins you use, and your operating system patches. Let's begin. Let's open up your favorite browser, and what you're going to do is you're going to type Qualys Browsercheck and hit enter. From here, all you're going to look for is browsercheck.qualys.com. Look for that link and click it. Now what this browser checker does is it scans your browser for vulnerabilities, it scans the plugins that the browser uses for vulnerabilities, and it also scans your operating system for missing security patches. And then it gives you a nice fix it button to fix the issues. Now you have to install a plugin on your computer for this to work up to its fullest, but you don't actually have to do the vulnerability scanning for plugins and your operating system. You can just scan the browser with a simple scan without installing the plugin, and that'll scan your browser and tell you if there's anything wrong with it. Now if you want to use the full features of Qualys Browser Checker, what you have to do is you have to install the plugin. So I wanted to show you a little bit of what the plugin does before you go ahead and install the plugin. The Browsercheck plugin enables Browsercheck to scan your computer more thoroughly than is possible in just the browser alone. While many different types of computers and mobile devices can be used with Browsercheck, the plugin and its advanced scanning currently is available only in IE, Firefox, and Chrome on PCs running Windows XP or later, and Mac OS X 10.6.8 or later. So what the plugin, when you install the plugin, this is what it actually gives you more access to. So it shows complete location of the checked files and details. It can read the complete version of the installed plugins to determine the status more accurately. It can also determine security status based on the version of associated files and not just the plugin file. One such example is Foxit Reader. It can use OS-dependent information checks, such as which service packs are installed to determine the security status of some plugins, such as Windows Media Player. It can check to see if important OS settings are enabled, firewalls, OS security updates, antivirus, and disk encryption. It can scan not only the current browser and its plugins, but also all the browsers installed and their plugins, optional in Windows. It can identify missing Windows security updates. So with the plugin, by accepting it, you get access to all those features. So let's go ahead and install the plugin. Now you can read the service level agreement here by clicking it. I'm going to go ahead and... Now from here, because I have the later version of Firefox, it prevents the plugin from activating, but I'm going to allow it. And now it's going to download. Now here's what the plugin needs access to. Access your data for sites in the Qualys domain. Access your data for Browsercheck. Access your data for Browsercheck. It has to be able to intercept to be able to see what the plugins are doing, so it can tell you that they're out of date. Exchange messages with the programs other than Firefox. Display notifications to you. Access browser tabs. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. If you want further details, you can go to the Browsercheck FAQ, and it explains all those details of what it's doing exactly. So what I'm going to do after I've clicked download, I'm going to click OK, and now I'm going to download this is the plugin that Browsercheck is trying to install on my computer, so I get access to those advanced features. I'm going to save the file, save it to your favorite spot. After it downloads, you're just going to double click the installer. You're going to execute it, and this is the plugin installer. So from here, I'm going to hit next, put in my administrator password to allow the program to run. This is the user account control, and that's it. Click close. Now I'm going to have to restart the browser. Now, as soon as I open the browser, you'll notice on the right-hand side, you'll get a Qualys icon. That's the browser checking icon. Click that. and it's going to start scanning for vulnerabilities. Now this will do all this automatically for you, and you can schedule it so that it constantly scans for you. So automatic scans, you can have it on. And right now it's just doing a basic scan just for this browser, but I want to do an advanced scan. But you can see here intermediate scan, which is all browsers and OS settings, or advanced scan, which is browsers, OS settings, missing Microsoft security updates. May take a minute or two. So let's click advanced scan and rescan. So we get the full functionality of Browsercheck from Qualys. Now Qualys is a company that does vulnerability assessments for major corporations, but they provide this free Browsercheck service to help us protect ourselves at home. And they have a lot of this knowledge and database from the corporations that use their services. So they have a lot of threat data that they can use to help you protect your computers at home. We're going to let that scan. It should take a minute or two. And the best part about this plugin is that when it's finished, they give you buttons that literally say fix it, and you click those buttons and it will download the new patch for that product. Now when you're up to date, you're not going to see fix it, you'll just see disabled, and you can go ahead and you can hide those details, because as long as it's up to date, there's nothing to worry about. So after it's finished, it will tell you what it finds. So as you can see here, one security issue detected. So my browsers and plugins, no issues found. Chrome, no issues found. And if you're using Firefox, it would also display that as well. But since Firefox doesn't have an issue, we can move on to system checks. So now you can see here, it says I have an antivirus. I'm using 40 client. It says I'm using Windows 10 64-bit, Service Pack 0. Now I can click to see what these details are. I don't have a firewall, but my 40 client antivirus solution that I'm using, which I have created a video for this as well, it does have a firewall. I haven't set it up for Windows to detect it. If I want to see MS patches, no missing security patches, so everything looks good. Go back to system checks. I'm going to click up to date. As you can see here, it lets you know the installed version of your patches. Windows auto update is on. Auto install is on. Last update was February 20th, 2019. Security updates available since December 12th, 2018. So as you can see here, it looks like I'm up to date. And other than the firewall, my browsers and the plugins with my browsers are all up to date as well. And that's it. And that is pretty much everything with Browser Checker from Qualys. If you have any questions about Qualys Browser Checker, please let me know in the comments below. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for future security videos. Thanks, and take care.